Getting back to the grind with new and exciting things. 500 of the classic notebooks, 720 ball caps with a custom leather patch. I need to get moving on the hats. The original plan was to set the rivet presses with these hole punch dies, and I need a different type of rivet press for that. Completed hat.
Storyline different or different storyline?
Well, the color of the leather patch that we have is not actually the desired color. The first thing I thought of was to try darkening them up with some neat's foot oil. The next solution was just to stamp a couple different colors. I've now ordered a bunch of this color so I can restart all of these patches and get going on some hats. The rest of the leather has arrived. That's what we're talking about. Well, let's try this again. Since I still have so many old patches made on the leather that we weren't going to use, and I had a couple successful test attempts when it comes to darkening them with oil, even though I have enough of the new leather to make all the hat patches we need now, or at least I hope I do, I also might just experimentally try darkening a few more of these in bulk just to see what happens. And now we wait. A little check-in on the original leather color that I put some oil on. I ended up hitting some of it with the second round. Here are the results. For reference, here is one of the original pieces. As we can see, a whole lot of darkening has occurred. The main kind of issue is that it is quite variable what different shade we're going to get. Fortunately, we are working with lots of different colors and styles of hats. And so, between the oiled leather and even the original, we're going to get to use more than we thought, which is fantastic because it means we will waste less. The hand presses that I need to punch the holes in have now arrived, so it's time to test those out. Right off the bat, seems pretty nice. Smooth. Came with lots of different dies. The real trick is trying this with the hole punches that I bought. Punch bed is the right size. And the threads fit, so we're already better off than we were before. Fantastic. I have one of the first color patches here, and I'm just going to see how the punch works. Now I just have to try it through the patch and hat together. Alright, got the patch glued on, but the press does not leave a whole lot of room to work with. Now, if you kind of finagle it and force it, gotta be careful not to mess up the hat. And it did punch through with ease, both of them. That's just a bit of a hard access point. Maybe at some point I should stop buying cheap machines. For now, I have to decide if I want to keep doing this and risking scratching up the hats or just taking a long time to get it there versus hand punching and then poking through the hats with an awl like the first time. So yeah, it's possible, but not ideal. Gonna have to settle on a solution so I can get the assembly line going with the hats, but either way, gotta get moving. All right. It's time to actually get going on these hats, finally. That means we're gonna have to do a couple things to get set up here. So let's take a look at what that's gonna look like. We are working with 8 different types of hats here, different color varieties and styles. And that also means that we actually are working out a couple different ways so that we can use more of the hat patches that I originally created, not just the new leather. Now, as you've seen, there are also multiple processes when it comes to creating these hats, so it's going to have to go through sort of a multi-step assembly line until they're ready to go. Now that they're already cut and stamped, we're just going to punch holes using that press and the hand punchers through every single one of the patches beforehand, and then poke a hole through the hat once those have already been glued on. So they're going to need to be punched through, glued to the hat, then the hat punched through, the rivets placed in the holes, and the rivets finally set. Then they'll be ready to go. We've also got to be ready to clean up some edges of the leather patches that have frays on them by cutting those off. And I think it's a good idea to run a lighter lightly across the edge of each of them just to clean up any frays even more.
Brother too.
How's the grind?
Grind is good. The hats are being made.
That's right. How's Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good. Putting in the work, Jonah?
Oh yeah, I've got it down to a science.
But you of all people know how fast the weather can change.
We got a couple more boyos added to the crew now. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Is this Da Vinci? That's on the Mona Lisa right now.
Da Vinci.
Look at this. Look at this special guest we got arriving here. Welcome, Drew.
Blessed to be here. Blessed to be here. Excited. Excited for this opportunity.
How we feeling? How's the work?
My fingers are numb. It's going well.
Drew, first time on the crew. What's the play?
But everything I expected it to be. Mindless. Grinding away.
That's what we like to hear.
This is my first time. Ever? I was working at Chick-fil-A in college. It's like, so you.
Everybody's wrapping up for the night. A little past 11. Pretty good progress for the first night of big production, but we still have a lot of work to go and a few days left to complete it. So we'll see where we can get tomorrow. All right. Night 2 of big time hat production.
Big time happiness.
Change punching holes.
I just spilled paint. There's glue everywhere.
Jonah.
Like everywhere.
Jonah.
Everywhere.
Where?
Everywhere. No way.
Yeah.
No, like in the
Percentage
right.
research.
Okay.
That's
where
just
we're
like
keeping our
there's
7 white saves.
All right, we got a couple additions to the crew tonight.
Hey guys.
We have more hats.
Eric, you said yourself, we're the better men.
This is his origin story.
This is the time to prove it.
Just follow orders.
In an effort to find something that sticks better, I got super glue all over this hat. Trying to get it off with acetone. Guys, don't try to pour acetone into a styrofoam cup. Most of the hats go over fine, but these particular ones are extremely tough to do the glue up. With the specific material they're made of, the glue does not like to stick to it. I cannot even begin to express how long I have been just sitting here, hands down, on these hats. I think what I'm doing right now is the best bet, but this is the last one. Then I can move on to the rest of the hats. And so far, all the other ones I've done are much easier to work with than this, hoping that is the case with the ones I haven't tried yet. So, in the time since this project, I've realized that there's actually a much better way to do this than with all the glue, and that is with this neat double-sided tape. You simply cut it to size, stick it on the patch, remove the backside, and then stick it to the hat. This is how I do all of my hat patches now, and certainly how I would tackle a big project like this if I did it today. But for now, you can watch me suffer through the glue. Never ending.
Detective, you hate me. I get it. But that doesn't make me a vigilante.
No.
But we need to send our list of 10 items.
Yes, we do. Mom and I are doing a little bit of work here now. She's rivet pressing, and I am, you guessed it, gluing. It is the final night of production.
How would you say many hats we have left?
I have no idea. 200?
200?
All right, final night. We got Schmid, we got Andrew, we got Lakin on the phone, we got Mom. And we're grinding it out, snapping in some rivets, riveting some hats, throwing things in this massive pile. Yep. Thank you for your service.
Clocking out. Clocking out. Love you. Good night.
Love you too.
Thank you.
You're literally ruining this. Also, shout out to Dad, who drove 40 minutes to get some extra rivets because we thought we were going to run out, which we did not end up running out. Good job. Good job.
There's too much pressure. There's too much pressure with the camera on.
What do you mean your last poke?
Boys, look at this. Look at how close we're getting. There's almost nothing left. How are we feeling?
Horrible.
Good?
Awful.
We're literally there. We're so there. What time is it? It's not 3 a.m. It's only 11:41. We're about to wrap this thing up. Cereal will come after.